Once again, good morning everyone. I would invite Arun sir to start the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning,
Thank you.
everyone. Great. Hello, everyone. Good morning. How are you all doing? So, welcome to the session. I really appreciate that you're all up in the morning or in the morning. That shows how dedicated you are. But this dedication is supposed to be shown every day. All right. So, who all we have? We have Nikita, we have Pavan, we have Gayatri. Hello, Gayatri. So, students, we are actually into vectors. Vectors చేస్తున్నాం మనము. So we'll soon start kinematics in one dimension. But one thing, students, మీ క్లాస్లో ఏం జరుగుతున్నా కూడా డోంట్ వరీ అబౌట్ ఇట్. వీల్ సూన్ కవర్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. ఆల్రైట్, అక్కడ irrespective of what is going on there, we'll take care of your understanding of whole of the subject from start to finish. Alright, we'll take care of everything. So you don't have to worry ki sir మాది అక్కడ ముంగటున్నారు, అక్కడ ప్లేన్ మోషన్ ప్లేన్ జరుగుతుంది ఆర్ న్యూటన్స్ లాస్ జరుగుతుంది, ఇక్కడ ఇంకా కైనమాటిక్స్ జరుగుతుంది. డోంట్ వరీ అబౌట్ ఇట్. ఆల్రైట్, విల్ టేక్ కేర్. వాట్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్, వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ వెల్ డన్. So each and everything is done properly, alright, dealt properly in detail from Neet perspective, from MSET perspective, from mains perspective, from advanced perspective. Alright. So students, so how many, who will we have? Let me just check. Oh, we have Bhaskar, Nikita, Omkar. Omkar is here. Gayatri. Oh, Bhavna has not joined yet. Shreya, Niharika, Pavan. All right. So students, before we begin, I would like to tell you certain things. Today is your first class. All right. So let's get started. Then we'll talk of certain things which are very important. Okay. So we were dealing with dot product and cross product. Dot product, the cross product when we have done. So I've given a homework that we have got 6 vectors like this. Right, we have got 6 vectors like this. So Gayatri, if you are there, please unmute and speak. Okay. I hope you have done the exercise, the 5-minute exercise I told you. Chesara Miro,
Yes, sir.
you've done the 5 minutes exercise?
Yes, sir.
Good. So you are comfortable with the cross product? Direction of the cross product?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's just do a couple of vectors and let's see how well acquainted we are. A cross B is out of the plane. All right. So B cross A, because cross product is anti-commutative, that is A cross B is equal to minus B cross A. If A cross B is out of the plane, B cross A will be into the plane. All right, this is called anti-commutativity. So A cross C into the plane, B cross C out of the plane, C cross E upward. Gayatri,
Yes, sir.
C cross F,
Left side.
F is out of the plane, F is out of the plane. C is rightward, F is out of the plane. C cross F, downward. Yeah, downward, right. So what is A cross E?
Upward.
A. A is upward, E is lower, A is inward. So what is A cross E?
A.
E is into the plane, A is upward. So my vectors are in this plane. So my cross product will be either this way or that way, perpendicular to this vertical plane. Now plane vertical only. Plane containing the vectors is vertical. A and E is vertical. Plane containing A and E is vertical. So my perpendicular will be horizontal, perpendicular to this plane.
Right side, sir.
A, E open on this, Gayatri. A cross E.
Upward.
Look at this.
Left.
A is upward.
Left.
Yes. Who is that?
Omkar, sir.
Yeah, hello Omkar.
Hello, sir.
Leftward, right. So Gayatri, look at this. A is upward, E is inward. So I turn my wrist, my fingers from A to E. I get this thumb in leftward,
Yes, sir.
right? So that's convinced, no? So what is B cross E? Bombay cross E, B cross E. Think and tell me carefully.
Upward.
All right. B cross E, not E cross B. I want B cross E. I'll do one thing. I'll explain this rule again. All right. There are three different ways of getting the cross product. Cross product ఏంటంటే given two vectors, the product of vector C bar or result of two vectors A cross B is perpendicular to A and B. To visualize that, there's a visual mnemonic. Visual mnemonic contains some visual shortcut how to do it. All right. So what we do is when I have vector A in this direction and B in this direction, I align my fingers in the direction of A bar, the first vector. I want A cross B. See, A cross B is not equal to B cross A. A cross B is equal to minus of B cross A. So there's a difference between, if I do it, A cross B is different from B cross A. It's opposite to B cross A. All right. So if I align my fingers along the direction of A bar, I keep my wrist at this co-initial position. I turn my fingers from A to B. My thumb points, my freely directed thumb points perpendicular to the A and B. And that's my direction of the cross product. All right. I'm just talking about the direction of the cross product. All right. And we are supposed to use right hand only. I cannot use left hand and do this. See, if I use left hand, A cross B will give me opposite, but it's defined as A cross B as upward, outward. I use right hand for this one. The visual mnemonic for this is using right hand. Mnemonic ante is a shortcut how to remember the result. Right. All right. Now let's say I've got, now I rotate this my fingers from A bar to B bar. Let's say I've got another vector A bar like this, and this is B bar, and this is theta. Angle between them is theta. A bar, B bar. So I line my fingers along A bar. I fold my fingers from A bar. I sweep my fingers from A bar to B bar. My thumb direction is perpendicular to it, and this is the direction of A cross B. Now look at B cross A. B is this way. I sweep my fingers from B to A. My freely directed thumb is directed inward. That is the direction of B cross A. If you see, A cross B is opposite of B cross A. That is, A cross B is minus of B cross A. As I told you, they are anti-commutative. Usually in numbers, when I came on 2 into 5 is equal to 5 into 2, right? But here the product of vectors, it is not 5 into 2, but it's minus of B bar into A bar, or B bar cross A bar. That's more technically read as cross A bar. This multiplication of vector is a vector product. Vector product and the quantity resultant is a vector, and it's called a cross product because there is a cross symbol here. All right, this is also called a directed area product. We'll look into that later. All right, now let's show one more vector. I've got C bar like this and D bar like this. C bar, D bar. This angle is 90. It could be any angle, it's 90 given. So C cross D, C cross D. I am only talking about the direction now. This visual mnemonic will give me only the direction of the cross product. It doesn't give the magnitude of the cross product. All right, magnitude is something else. Magnitude comes from the equation. But direction of the cross product comes to the right hand rule, which says I align my direction in the direction of C bar. I sweep my fingers from C to D along the shorter angle. See, there are two angles. ఇది కూడా యాంగిల్ ఉంది, ఇది కూడా యాంగిల్ ఉంది. 90 కూడా ఉంది, 270 కూడా ఉంది. But I don't sweep from B to A like this. I sweep from A to B. I sweep from A to B along the shorter angle, lesser angle. A to B la sweep చేయను. I sweep from A to B in this direction along this lesser angle. Smaller are the two angles. So here C to D. Now direction is given by the thumb direction, which is outward. This outward is represented by a dot. So this result outward is represented by a dot. That means if an arrow is piercing this plane, this board, outward, I show that vector with a dot. All right, in vector draw చేయలేను కదా, ఇలా 3-dimensional draw చేయలేను కదా, 2-dimensional చూపించడానికి what I do is I represent that with a dot. If a vector is piercing in, like D cross C, D, I align my fingers along the direction of D. I sweep my fingers from D to C along the lesser angle, which is 90 here. My thumb direction is pointing inward. Inward vectors are shown with a cross. All right. I cannot draw a vector like this and show it to you on the board. That is why the representation is cross. Cross for the inward, dot for the outward. All right. How do you remember this is? You've got an arrow. You've got an arrow like this. If you look from behind, when the arrow is piercing inside, what I see is a cross. When I look from forward, from this side, when the arrow is piercing outward, what I see is only a dot of the head. So it's dot. All right. When the arrow is piercing inward, what I see is just behind the tail of the arrow, which looks like a cross. So I put it as cross, put a cross over there. All right. So cross is inward, dot is outward. Sometimes you might get confused with this one. That's why I told you this. That arrow, look at the arrow. If the arrow is piercing outward, what I see is the head of the arrow, which is a point. If the arrow is piercing inward, what I see is the tail of the arrow, which is a cross. All right. Students, could you understand how to get the direction of the cross product using the hand rule, right hand thumb rule? Type yes or no in the chat box. If you are not comfortable with it, I'll repeat it. But the intention is, but the point is, everyone should get conveyed of what is being taught here. స్టూడెంట్స్ మీకు అర్థమైందా? అర్థమైతే ఎస్ అని టైప్ చేయండి చాట్ బాక్స్ లో, ఆర్ అర్థం కాలేదంటే నో అని టైప్ చేయండి. విల్ అగైన్ డీల్ ఇట్ సో దట్ యు గెట్ ద పాయింట్ అక్రాస్. ఓకే, okay, yes, okay. Students, the question is, have you understood, given two vectors, direction of the cross product ఎలా తెచ్చుకోవాలి? Cross product is given as a cross b, but direction of the cross product ఎలా తెచ్చుకోవాలి? Did you understand that using right hand thumb rule? Right hand thumb rule తో in a cross b, b cross e or c cross d, d cross c ఎలా తెచ్చుకోవాలి, ఎలా విజువలైజ్ చేయాలి అర్థమైందా మీకు? నేను అడుగుతున్నాను. No, Bhaskar, Bhaskar, we are not doing 10th class revision. See, we have started where physics with basic mathematics. Basic math. Then the next chapter is vectors. This is the intermediate mathematics, intermediate physics students. This is intermediate physics. We are not dealing with 10th class physics. All right. We are dealing with intermediate physics. So, ఇప్పుడు vectors లో ఉన్నాము. So we are continuing with vectors. Yeah, you got it. All right. Now, students, to continue the lesson from yesterday's where we left, let us look at it this way. We've got a dot product a bar dot b bar is given as ab cos theta. All right. So I've got two vectors a and b. With theta. If I want a cos theta, I can write this as a cos theta times b is equal to a dot b. So what is a cos theta? A cos theta is nothing but the projection of a bar along b bar, right? Cos theta is nothing but the projection, the shadow. That's what we have been telling from the beginning, from the very start. All right. Now, if I want a cos theta, what do? I cross multiply. I take this b over there. So a cos theta, cross multiplying, I get a dot b by b. When I write b bar, I'm talking about a vector. If I write only b, I'm talking about the magnitude of b. All right. Instead of writing mod b every time, I'm writing it as b. So b is nothing but the magnitude of vector b. All right. So b is over here is the magnitude of the vector b, and a is the magnitude of the vector a. So I can write this as, what is b bar by b? We have dealt with this. We have b bar by b is nothing but unit vector in the direction of b bar, which is b cap. So a bar dot is my a cos theta. So if I want a projection of a bar on b bar, that means I want length of the shadow of A bar along B bar, what I want is A cos theta, numerically. When I want this one, what I do A dot B by mod B, which is nothing but A bar dot B bar. So if I do the dot product, I'll tell you how to do the dot product. See, we are doing geometrically right now. We'll do algebraically. There are two ways of approaching a problem, algebraically and geometrically. We are understanding the geometrical meaning of A dot B and the projection. Projection is nothing but A cos theta. Projection of A along B bar is A cos theta. That is turning out to be A bar dot B cap. But if I want B cos theta, right, I want B cos theta. So I'll take A here, then I get B cos theta is equal to A bar dot B bar by mod A, which is nothing but A cap dot B bar. All right. And look at this. It's a scalar product. It doesn't have a direction. The result of this is not a direction. That is why it is not called a true product. Cross product is called a true product. Cross product lo if I take a product of two real numbers, I'll get a real number. If I take a product of two complex numbers, I'm supposed to get a complex number. Here also, if I take product of two vectors, result is supposed to be a vector. That is happening in case of cross product. That's why it's called a true product. But in case of dot product, I'm getting a scalar. Now, A dot B is equal to B dot A. It's commutative. Unlike the case in cross product, which is anti-commutative, A cross B is minus B cross A, but over here it is commutative. A dot B is equal to B dot A, AB cos theta or BA cos theta. So this A dot B can be written as B bar dot A cap. Now let us see how to algebraically get the dot product of two vectors. This is geometrical meaning of the dot product of two vectors, because I get the projection of A on B or projection of B on A. This is projection of B on A, which is B cos theta, and this is A cos theta. So A cos theta is given by A bar dot B cap. B cos theta is given by B bar dot A cap. Now think about it this way again. What is projection? Length of the project length. What is projection of this? What is projection A cos theta? A cos theta is nothing but length of the shadow of A along B. Right. So which is nothing but yeah, it's just a projection of A on B. Hope you got it. What I mean to say by projection. Students, have you understood what is meant by projection? I drop a perpendicular from the head of this vector on this line of action. This length is projection. If I draw a vector from perpendicular line from this point, this head of the vector to this line of action, this is my projection of B, and this is the projection of A, and that's what I'm getting. To get the projection, I use dot product. That's why it's called a projection product. All right. I'll answer your question. Who's it? Yeah, Bhaskar. I'll answer your question. Wait for a minute. All right. Now, students, you don't have to worry about the previous classes. We will conduct a backlog classes for the ones who have just joined. All right. We will take care. That's why I told you. We'll take care from everything from start to finish. Whole of the subject will take care. మీరు ఇప్పుడే జాయిన్ అవ్వరు, మీకు డెఫినెట్లీ అర్థం కాదు. సో డోంట్ వరీ అబౌట్ సార్ నేను ఇది అర్థం కాదు నేను ఎలా చేయాలి. We'll have backlog classes. So previous classes will be covered. You also have recorded sessions. You can listen to that. But you will have backlog classes also, where I'll teach, not just me, math, physics, and chemistry. All three subjects will be taught. All that you have missed will be taught again. All right. So don't worry that you missed the vectors topic. You have not missed anything. Just that you have joined little late, but that will be taken care of. Monthly backlog classes chesi, we'll cover all of that, whatever you have missed. All right. Only thing is you have to work a little harder. All right. Because we are a little ahead. To catch up with us, you'll have to work a little harder. But I'll be with you. All right. All the faculty will be with you. We'll handhold you throughout all the topics till you catch up with us. All right. Now let's see algebraically how to get a dot product. Before that, let us see geometrically one problem on volume. As I told you, volume is a dot product of area vector times displacement of the tip of the tail of the area vector. That's what I told you. That means if I've got an area like this is my area. This is my area. And now let's say my x is also in this direction. X bar is also parallel to a bar. So what I get? I get this volume. And what is the volume of this volume swept in space? It is a dot x, which is nothing but ax cos 0. Ax cos 0. Students, we have seen this while deriving dot product, while understanding what is the meaning of dot product. We have seen this volume is a dot product of area and a displacement. Now, look at the students. If I were to take this area, sweep this perpendicular to a bar. That means if my x bar, let's say I take a circular area. This is my a bar. Area is always perpendicular to the plane. The area vector ఎలా ఉంటుంది? Perpendicular to the plane. Outward or inward. I'll take any convention. I'll take outward as I've told all these things to you in previous classes. But now, if I take this area along this direction, x bar, what do I get? What's the angle between these two? Angle is 90. So my v bar, very sorry, v is equal to, which is a scalar, a dot x bar, ax cos 90, which is 0. And that makes very much sense because ఈ circle ఇలానే వెళ్తుంది. So now volume swept is in space is 0. Volume occupied by this action of translating this area is 0. Volume is 0. అదే వస్తుంది మనకి డాట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ తో కూడా అదే వస్తుంది. స్కేలార్ ప్రోడక్ట్ తో కూడా అదే వస్తుంది.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, Gayatri is here. Good. Okay. Now, what if I were to take this along this line, along certain angle with a bar, not parallel, not perpendicular, neither parallel nor perpendicular, but at a certain angle. Let's see what do I get. In that case, what am I supposed to get? A dot x is equal to a naught x cos theta. Right? What I'm trying to show here, I've got an area. So I get an area like this, volume like this. My area vector is always vertically upward. I'm not changing the plane of the area. I'm not changing the plane like this. I'm moving this area parallel to itself, A bar. In the first case, I moved it like this, vertically upward. Second case, I moved it horizontally like this, where we got 0, both diagrammatically, visually, and also from the definition of dot product equations. Now, if I'm moving this area, this is the area vector, A bar, A naught bar, I move it like this. All right. So what I get is such a kind of area. All right. Here you'll get here is a square, here is a circle. So there's a difference, but I could not show you a circle. This is a square and that's a circle. All right. Now, what do we get now is A dot X. So A naught times component of X along A bar. That is what is X cos theta. That is what is X cos theta, right? X cos theta is what? Component of this X bar along A bar. So this is X component parallel to A bar. Now, the point which I want to convey is this dot product can easily tell me or easily can give me a proof of the fact that, look at this, I'm setting a point, follow this carefully. I've got a circle, area vector is upward. I'm moving it along this direction to certain height, right? Vertically to certain height. I'll draw it again. Got a area like this. If I move this to a vertical height of h, that is my x bar is this way, and mod x is h naught. Why am I saying mod x is h naught? Because length of my displacement vector, I'm displacing it, the area, to a height of h naught. All right, so mod x is h naught. So what is the volume I get? Both are parallel together to each other. So A naught times x bar dot x bar is A naught times x cos 0. So I'll get A naught h. That makes sense. That's the volume of the cylinder, right? What's the volume of the cylinder? A naught times h. Volume of the cylinder, right? Now I want to see if I slide this surface, the upper circle cross section towards right. Is this volume same as this volume? Is my question. Is this volume same as this volume? We have seen that volume is a dot product of area and displacement vector. My question is, I want to investigate whether this volume, which is swept in space, this volume which we got with sweeping area vector parallel to itself is what I got right circular cylinder versus an oblique cylinder. Right circular cylinder ఇలా ఉంది, of height h ఉంది. Oblique cylinder height కూడా h ఉంది, but its length is definitely evidently more. So volume of this is same as this. So volume ఇది greater ఉంటుందా, ఇది greater ఉంటుందా అని question. Or is there a difference in volume? Are these volumes same is the question. ఈ volume same ఉంటుందా? ఈ volume ఏంటి, రైట్ సర్క్యులర్ సిలిండర్, ఏరియా వెక్టర్ ని ఇలా డిస్ప్లేస్ చేశాను. ఈ వాల్యూమ్ ఏంటి, ఏరియా వెక్టర్ ని ఇలా డిస్ప్లేస్ చేశాను. All right. So A dot x is A naught A dot x నేను కనుక్కోవాలి ఈ 2 cases లో. ఈ volume రెండు సేమ్. Are these 2 volumes same is the question, and that's what I have to investigate using a dot product. Okay, Bhaskar says volumes are equal. All right, but how do we prove it? How do we prove that volumes are equal? Okay, Omkar also says volume is same. Students, I'm telling you again, do not worry about what you have missed. Think about it, but I'm just telling you for a diversion for a minute. Do not worry about what you have missed. We will cover all that you have missed again as backlog classes. We have just completed basic math and vectors. That's not big a deal. That can be completed easily, provided you have to work hard with us. All right, we are ready to work hard, but you also are supposed to work hard with us. If you do not work hard, it cannot be done. నేను చెప్పుకుంటే వెళ్ళిపోతే 1 క్లాస్లో అయిపోవచ్చు, బట్ మీరు కూడా వింటే then I can do significantly well and significantly sooner. All right, students, you're all here now to make a career in your as a doctor or as an engineer. Okay, Bhaskar has an answer. We'll come to that answer. That's good, Bhaskar. But let's focus on what I'm trying to tell you now. Students, we are now into a serious mode of preparation. We are preparing for competitive exams like Neet, JEE mains, advanced. We are not preparing for board exams like that we did in 10th. 10th లో బోర్డ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి? క్వశ్చన్ ఇస్తారు, ఆన్సర్ ఇస్తారు, బట్టి కొట్టాలి, రాయాలి. That will not be the case in competitive exams. Competitive exams లో you will have to think through the whole chapter. మీకు మొత్తం చాప్టర్ అర్థం అవ్వాల్సి వస్తుంది, అప్పుడే మీరు ఆన్సర్ చేయగలుగుతారు. Answers will not be in a question and answer format. Questions and answers will not be in given a question, answer ఇలా ఉంటుంది, ఆన్సర్ ఇంత 1 paragraph ఉంటుంది, 2 paragraphs ఉంటుంది, అలా ఉండదు. All questions will be objective and all will be numericals. All right. So approach for that is very much different from approach for 10th and intermediate, IPE. Intermediate exams, 10th board exams different ఉన్నాయి. But competitive exams are very much different. Competitive exams prepare అయితే మనం intermediate exams easily crack చేయొచ్చు. But intermediate exams కి only prepare అయితే competitive exams మర్చిపోవాలి. You cannot crack competitive exams with the approach you adopt for the board exams, 10th class board exam kind of exams. Like intermediate board exams are also kind of 10th class board exams. They're also very simple. Questions ఉంటాయి, ఆన్సర్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటాయి, ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటాయి. అది నేను సరిగ్గా నేర్చుకుంటే బట్టి కొట్టేస్తే మంచి మార్క్స్ వేయవచ్చు, 98% వేయవచ్చు. Without understanding the proper subject, you can score 98% in intermediate, provided you work for a very limited amount of time. But ఆ టైమే నేను ఐఐటికి ఇస్తాను, నీట్కి ఇస్తాను అంటే that will not work out. All right, competition is huge and the syllabus is tough. We are entering into intermediate, and also you will not have to think the way you thought in 10th class. Already ఇప్పుడు ఉన్న వాళ్ళు గాయత్రి, భావన, Omkar have already realized that approach is very different. Have you not realized, Gayatri?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So the point I want to convey is మీరు పెట్టిన the effort for the 10th kind of exams, 10th లో ఉన్న ఎగ్జామ్స్ లాంటి ఎఫర్ట్ ఇక్కడ సరిపోదు. You will have to work like anything to crack competitive exams. Competitive exams లో కాంపిటీషన్ చాలా ఉంటుంది. If you want to crack an good engineering seats are only 15,000 in IITs. రాసే మందు 15 lakhs ఉంటారు. Look at the ratio. 14 lakhs, 15 lakhs రాస్తారు. లాస్ట్ టైం 14 lakhs రాశారు. 15 lakhs కూడా రాయొచ్చు. అటెంప్ట్స్ పెరుగుతూనే ఉన్నాయి, కానీ సీట్స్ అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి, 15,000 ఉన్నాయి. ఆ 15,000 లో రావాలంటే వీ క్యాన్ మేక్ యూ గెట్ ఇన్ టు దట్. ఆల్ రైట్, వీ హ్యావ్ ద ట్రాక్ రికార్డ్ అండ్ వీ క్యాన్ డూ ఇట్, ప్రొవైడెడ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో కోఆపరేటివ్. మీరు కూడా కోఆపరేట్ చేస్తేనే అది అచీవ్ చేయగలుగుతాం. The point is, you will have to work hard, not the way you did in 10th. నేను ఎగ్జామ్స్ ముందు చదువుకుంటాను, 1 year మొత్తం ఉంది, నాకు 2 years ఉన్నాయి ఐఐటికి ఆర్ నీట్కి 2 years ఉంది కదా, ఇప్పుడు రిలాక్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, మళ్ళీ స్లోలీ నేను లాస్ట్ 5 months లో, లాస్ట్ 2 months లో, లాస్ట్ 1 month లో, లేకపోతే లాస్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ చదువుకుంటాను, ఈ ఇయర్ నేను రిలాక్స్ ఉంటాను అంటే కాదు. యూ హావ్ గాట్ 2 years సిలబస్, ఆ 2 years టైం సరిపోతుంది. యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎక్సెస్ టైం, యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ లెసర్ టైం దెన్ దాట్. కానీ మనకి 2 years టైంలో చేయాలంటే వీ హ్యావ్ టు వర్క్ ఎవ్రీడే వర్క్ చేస్తేనే అచీవ్ చేయగలుగుతాం గోల్. వాట్ ఐ మీన్ టు సే ఇస్, నేను 1 yearలో ఫస్ట్ మంత్ వేస్ట్ చేసినా నా టైం వేస్ట్ అవుతుంది, నా ర్యాంక్ కింద పడిపోతుంది. నాకు 2 years కావాలని సిలబస్ 1 yearలో కాదు, దట్స్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. ఆల్రెడీ 2 years అంటే 2 years కావాలి. అందుకే బ్యాక్లాగ్ క్లాసెస్లో కూడా మీరు కొంచెం హార్డ్ వర్క్ పెట్టి బ్యాక్లాగ్ కవర్ చేసి దెన్ యూ కెన్ క్యాచ్ అప్ విత్ అస్, దెన్ విల్ ఓవర్టేక్, విల్ సర్పాస్ ఆల్ దట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్ ఇన్ యువర్ క్లాస్. మీరు క్లాస్లో ఏం జరుగుతున్నా కూడా విల్ సర్పాస్, బట్ యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ టు వర్క్ విత్ అస్. All right. One more thing, students. డేకి 24 hours ఉన్నాయి. సో 24 hours ఉన్నాయి కదా, ఎలా చేయగలుగుతాం? టాపర్కి కూడా 24 hours ఉంటాయి, ఒక ఫ్లాపర్ కూడా 24 hours ఉంటాయి, లూజర్ కూడా 24 hours ఉంటాయి, ఒక విన్నర్ కూడా 24 hours ఉంటాయి. ఫస్ట్ ర్యాంక్ వచ్చిన వాడికి 24 hours ఉంటాయి, 10th ఫెయిల్ అయిన వాడు కూడా 24 hours ఉంటాయి. ఇట్ డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ హౌ యూ మేక్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ టైం, హౌ యూ సెట్ యువర్ ప్రయారిటీస్ రైట్. మీ ప్రయారిటీస్ సెట్ చేస్తే, this is what I want in my career, this is what I want in my life. This is what I want in my life అని నేను డిసైడ్ చేసుకుంటే, if I'm determined, if I'm committed, then we are here to help you out. We are here to walk you through whole of the process, hand hold you, మీ చేయి పట్టుకొని తీసుకెళ్తాము, provided you come with us. If you don't come with us, మేము మిమ్మల్ని పుల్ చేసి గుంజి తీసుకెళ్ళలేము. All right, that is not possible. You have to come along with us, we will hand hold you. All right, 23 lakh students have written Neet. All right, and 14 lakh students have written IIT mains and advanced. Look at the competition you have got. 23 lakh students to compete cheyali meeru. And the topper, and we cannot say, sir, in the competition lo cheyagaltama. Avunu cheyagaltaru. There are results, no? Toppers kuda unnaru, floppers kuda unnaru. Losers, winners unnaru, losers unnaru. Iddarki 24 hours unnai. So if he is able to do, why can't we do? That is not the excuse that, sir, ఇంత టైంలో ఇంత 24 hours నేను ఏం చేయగలుగుతాము సార్, 5 o'clock లేసి మరి కాలేజ్కి వెళ్ళి మళ్ళీ ఈవినింగ్ 7 o'clock. Yes, you have to do it. We are here to encourage you, we are here to support you. All you have to do is just put in effort. You just put effort, you see we'll crack competitive exams. We'll achieve results. We are determined to score good ranks this time from this bunch of students we have got. ఇప్పుడు top 20 ఉండే, now they have become top 50, now they will become top 100 soon with the next phase of exam. ఈ top 100 కి we are determined to get 100 ranks in this competitive exam in 2 years. మీరు 2 years లో రాస్తారు. ఈ 24 అంటే 26 లో రాస్తారు, మీరు 2026 లో రాస్తారు. అప్పుడు we are planned, we have determined, we have got a sketch, we have got a proper plan on paper, and we are ready to execute that plan, and we are executing as well. And it's not late, students. మీరు జాయిన్ అయ్యారు late, but it's not late. Trust me. And మేము ఒకటే అడుగుతున్నాం, we are asking for your hard work. మీ ఎఫర్ట్ అడుగుతున్నాం. We are not asking for your fees. మేము మనీ అడగట్లేదు ఇక్కడ. We are doing it for free. Everything is for free. Books are for free. Coaching is for free. DPPs are for free. Exams are for free. But all that is required is your effort. You have to buy this, you have to earn this through your effort. All required is your time. You have to input your time and get the output after 2 years. 2 years మొత్తం చేయాలి. మేము హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేస్తాము, మీరు హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేయండి, మనం కలిసి చేద్దాం. Is this point clear, students? Are you able to understand what I'm trying to convey? Are you all with us to crack competitive exams? మీరు రెడీ ఉన్నారా? Are you really serious with your goal? మీరు సీరియస్ ఉంటేనే టైం స్పెండ్ చేయండి. If you're not serious, there is no point attending the classes. All right, you are wasting your time, you are wasting our energy, you are wasting your mother's, your parents' time, their effort. ఇంకా మీరు ఎఫర్ట్ పెట్టలేదంటే ఈ అన్ని ఎఫర్ట్ వేస్ట్. దే ఆర్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ నో యూజ్. All right, okay, yes. All right, if you are all up for it, please type yes in the chat box. And students, lecturers, Maths, physics, and chemistry, we got top lecturers. Maths and chemistry lecturers are from IITs. మీకు ఐఐటీలో చదివిన వాళ్ళు ఐఐటి గ్రాడ్యుయేట్స్ ఆర్ టీచింగ్ యూ గోయింగ్ టు టీచ్ యూ ఫర్ మ్యాథ్స్ అండ్ కెమిస్ట్రీ. దట్ ఈస్ నో జోక్. అది అడ్వాంటేజ్ మీరు తీసుకోవాలి. మీరు కూడా అలా ఐఐటి క్రాక్ చేయాలంటే దే విల్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ టెల్ యూ హౌ టు క్రాక్. దే ఆర్ బెటర్ పర్సన్స్ టు టీచ్ యూ హౌ టు క్రాక్ ఎగ్జామ్స్. ఆల్ రైట్, సో యూ హ్యావ్ ఫ్యాకల్టీస్ ఫ్రమ్ ఐఐటీస్ as well. ఐఐటి రూర్కీ నుంచి ఉన్నారు. ఆల్ రైట్, that's one of the top IITs in the country. IIT Roorkee is one of the top IITs in the country. అక్కడ నుంచి we have got faculty. All right, so if you are all up for it, if you are all agree with what I'm saying, that you have to put in effort, dedicated effort, sincere effort, then you please type yes in the chat box. Yeah, good. But that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Students, motivation will get you started, but determination will get you going. It will keep you going. All right. మీరు మోటివేషన్ ఈ రోజు వచ్చింది, నేను చేస్తాను ఈ రోజు, బట్ రేపు 1 week తర్వాత నేను మళ్ళీ చేయలేను అంటే నో, యూ హ్యావ్ టు బి డిటర్మిన్డ్ టు కంటిన్యూ దిస్ ఎఫర్ట్ త్రూ అవుట్ 2 years. బట్ ఐ గ్యారంటీ 2 years తర్వాత యూ విల్ సెలబ్రేట్ యువర్ రిజల్ట్స్. ఆల్ రైట్, that guarantee I give you, provided there's a condition, terms and conditions. Provided you listen to us, you work with us, you do as we say. మేము అసైన్మెంట్స్ ఇస్తాము, హోంవర్క్ ఇస్తాము, ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఎగ్జామ్ రివ్యూస్ ఉంటాయి. All these things you have to gear up with. All right. సో సార్ నాకు అక్కడ టైం సరిపోవట్లేదు, ఇక్కడ టైం సరిపోవట్లేదు అని ఎక్స్క్యూజెస్ ఇవ్వకూడదు. ఆల్ రైట్, we know the goal is very high, we are aiming really high, కానీ ఆ హై ఏం చేయడానికి, ఆ అచీవ్ చేయడానికి we'll have to work in a certain way. నేను కంఫర్ట్ లెవెల్లో, కంఫర్ట్ జోన్లో నుండి నేను అచీవ్ చేస్తాను అంటే దట్స్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. ఆల్ రైట్, దట్స్ సింప్లీ ఇంపాసిబుల్. That's humanly impossible. That's even God will not give you such results. All right. So, good students, you're all up, and continue the spirit. We will not have time to talk all such things every day, but you'll have to be motivated, self-motivated, and work hard with us. We are ready to work hard. You also work hard with us. Let us do it together. All right. All right, the question was, are the volumes same? I sweep this area vertically upward. I sweep this area at an angle. Are the volumes swept in space same? Is the question. And answer was yes. Couple of students have answered yes, but the proof goes like this. I need volume is nothing but A dot x. This volume scalar is nothing but A dot x, which is A naught x cos theta. This is A bar, A naught bar, and this is x bar. This is theta. What is x cos theta? Projection of x on A bar. My A bar is vertically upward. My projection of x is shadow. I drop a perpendicular from x step. This is my x bar. I drop a projection and I drop a perpendicular, and this is my projection. So this is my projection. What is this dark line? It's the projection of x bar on A bar. And what is that equal to? H naught. In all the cases, no matter how x is inclined so much, tending to 90 or 0, my h's projection is same in both the cases, because I said I'm going to sweep this to a vertical height h. Here also I'm going to sweep this from here to here, such that the vertical height swept is h. All right. So x cos theta is nothing but h. That is my volume. It's independent of theta. Look at this. It is independent of theta. Theta m na kuda. Theta is tending to 90 or theta is 0. It is same. Theta 90 is 0. Cos 0 అయిపోతుంది. Cos 90 అయిపోతుంది, 0 అయిపోతుంది. Cos 90 is 0. I'm not talking about 90. I'm talking about theta not equal to 90, theta equal to 0, to theta tending to 90. Tending to 90 అంటే x is going till here. It could go till infinity, but my height is swept is h naught itself. So this volume is same as this. Looks like different, but they are same. Volume is same. చూడడానికి డిఫరెంట్ ఉన్నాయి, బట్ ద వాల్యూమ్స్ ఆర్ సేమ్. All right. Is it clear, students? Gayatri, Omkar, Bhavna?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Okay. Now let's look at the algebraic product. How to get algebraically dot product of two vectors? A dot B is nothing but, let that be Ax I cap. I'm reading with two-dimensional vectors only. Ay j cap dot Vx I cap plus Vy j cap. And this dot product is given as multiplication of the corresponding components. Ax Bx plus Ay Vy is a dot product. This is algebraically. We have seen the geometrical significance just now, but algebraically in dot product evaluate, if given two vectors algebraically component form lo iste, Ax I cap, Ay j cap, Bx I cap, By j cap, dot product of these two vectors is nothing but Ax Bx plus Ay By. All right. Now let us say I've got two vectors. And one more thing, students. Dot product talks. The moment dot product was there, you should get a component in mind. We are thinking about in terms of components. Under dot product 0 was there, component is 0. That means the two vectors are perpendicular. A dot B is equal to AB cos theta. If this is equal to 0, my theta is equal to cos theta is equal to 0. Theta is equal to 90 degrees. All right, this from equations. But if I think in terms of dot product projection, I've got two vectors A and B. If dot product is 0, that means projection is 0. Projection of one on the other is 0. And that is possible only when they are perpendicular to each other. So in perpendicular proof cheyalante, dot product should be 0. If dot product is 0, that implies they are perpendicular. All right, perpendicular unnante dot product is 0. If dot product is 0, they are perpendicular. It's vice versa. ఎందుకు ఈక్వేషన్స్ లో చూస్తే angle between them is 90, so cos 90 is 0, so I get dot product of two vectors is 0. If dot product of two vectors is 0, my theta is turning out to be 90, that means my angle between two vectors is 90. All right, for instance, okay, so that is why when I have got two vectors I cap and j cap, I cap is along x-axis, j cap is along y-axis. I cap is a unit vector along x-axis, j cap is a unit vector along y-axis. So they are perpendicular to each other. So I'll write I cap dot j cap is what? Can you tell me what is the dot product of these two? They are perpendicular to each other.
Zero.
Yes, 0. Why? They are perpendicular to each other. I dot is a projection of I on j is 0 or projection of j on I is 0. All right, geometrically. Algebraically, I 1 into 1
Into
1,
zero.
yes, into 0, cos 90, which is 0 into 0, right? That's right. All right. Now, what is minus I into j? Minus I dot j. I dot j is 0, fine, but what is minus I dot j? Yes, Bhaskar, you are right. Good. What is minus I dot j?
Zero, sir.
Yes, exactly. Don't think much. You are right. Be confident. Minus I ఇలా ఉంది, j ఇలా ఉంది. Angle between them is 90 degrees. So they are 0. That's it. projection of j on I is 0 or projection of I on j is 0. So it's 0, or 1 into 1 cos 90 equal to 0. Alright, geometrically చూస్తే రెండు vectors perpendicular కనిపిస్తే the dot product is 0. Alright, or angle between them is 90, that means it's their dot product is 0. ఎక్కడైనా టూ వెక్టర్స్ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ కనిపించగానే యూ షుడ్ థింక్ ఆఫ్ డాట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ 0 అని మీకు స్ట్రైక్ కావాలి. ఆల్రైట్, దట్స్ అ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్ ఇన్ సాల్వింగ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ లో కండిషన్ ఏమిస్తారు, టూ వెక్టర్స్ ఆర్ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ ఇస్తారు. వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ మీన్? పర్పెండిక్యులర్ చెప్పంగానే డాట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ షుడ్ బి 0 అని రావాలి. I'll put that equation, I'll get the answer. All right. Okay, so students, we'll continue the class tomorrow. So what I suggest is, the ones who have got the book, and students, మీరు books, I suggest you take the books because they are just for free. అదే మీకు ఎలా అయినా books arrange చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది, books కావాల్సి వస్తుంది. Without books we cannot do it. This is not a news channel where you just listen to the news and get away. ఈ book ఉంటే, we are following this book mains, and I'm following the similar book for advanced. I'll cover the books from advanced and everything, but to begin with we need to have this book so that I can give you some homework. Of course we'll give you DPP, cover other books also. To cover other books of GE advanced, ఇక్కడ ఉంది advanced, I'll use other books. See, you cannot have all the books together, right? So we will cover all the books, but you should have one particular book which you are following. Adi unte, that becomes very convenient. That becomes not just convenient, that's mandatory. Then that's for free. Understand that? You just have to pay 5,000 for that, which is a refundable deposit. Adi refund vachestundi. So I suggest you take the books so that it's smoother sail for us to assign assignments. ఏదైనా ఇవ్వడానికి కూడా, and follow. If I tell you page numbers what to read, you can exactly read and be ready. All right, we are going to follow Cengage publications. ఇదే మీరు బయట అరేంజ్ చేసుకోగలుగుతారంటే ఓకే, ఫ్రెండ్స్ దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి ఆర్ అన్నయ్య దగ్గర ఉంది, బ్రదర్ కజిన్స్ దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి, తెచ్చుకుంటారంటే ఓకే. అదర్వైజ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు బై అ బుక్. టు బై దిస్ బుక్ దే ఆర్ వెరీ ఎక్స్పెన్సివ్. See, this is 1130. This book is 1130, and we are giving you 6 such books, 3 books of MPC and 3 books of exemplars. So that will cost you more than 6,000. So I suggest you think about it. Yeah, Gayatri, please ask. Yeah, Gayatri. Good. Go ahead. Gayatri has got doubts. Please go ahead, Gayatri. Or you should have asked me a little before. Yeah, fine. What are your doubts? What are your doubts from previous homework?
Yes, sir. You said us to do the exercise in 2.13. No, sir. Page number.
Yeah. Good. You have done it?
I got sixth question, sir.
Oh, you have got it out in 6th question? All right. So we'll do one thing. We'll continue in the next class, and for doubts, we'll have a doubt session, Gayatri. Appudu anni doubts clarify chesestanu, because you should have told me a little earlier. Koncham mundu chepte ayipotunde. But don't worry, you have done first 5, 1 to 5 అయిపోయినాయా?
Yes, sir.
Very
And
good, Gayatri.
also I did, sir. 7th, 8th, and 10th I did. 9th and 6th I didn't got, sir.
All right, not a problem. I'll tell you. Don't worry about it. You continue with the next chapter, next questions.
Okay, sir.
All right, you continue. We'll wind up here because madam is waiting. You have a chemistry class next, so madam is waiting here.
Okay,
All
sir.
right. So any doubts you have, what you ask me before itself, Gayatri, so that I can plan my class. And the class one join అయిపోడు చెప్పేయండి. These are doubts, and we have a doubt session separately. అక్కడ doubts clarify చేసుకోవచ్చు. All right. Thank you all, students. Thank you all, and wish you good luck for your endeavor. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
ma'am.
sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Students, I have shared you 2 links, right? Another is 6 to 7. Please join that link. For chemistry class, both